For people of my generation, we pretty much all had the same ritual on Facebook. We changed our profile picture on a Sunday at 6 p.m. We were excited to find out who had left us a birthday message. We stalked our high school crush while doing our homework. In short, to my teenager mind back then, Facebook was limited to personal use. We can draw a parallel here with Google Maps. With 1 billion active users per month, it's quite huge. Nevertheless, Google Maps is still perceived as a simple navigation app, as a simple tool to search for a place when we are lost, to check if the restaurant we want to go is still open, or to check reviews before intending to buy something. But as an adult, my perception is different from the one I had 10 years ago. To my mind, these two platforms are no longer entertainment tools. They are both professional tools first and foremost. Tools that allow you to find B2B leads. The only difference is that on Google Maps you've got detailed pages, and on Facebook you've got Facebook business pages. The challenge here lies in determining which platform is the best for your marketing campaign. Let's dive into it. First of all, we are going to talk about the kinds of data you can retrieve on Google Maps and on Facebook. I decided to target the very same company in order to remove, or at least to minimize as much as I could, data difference between both platforms. When I'm talking about data, I think we can divide it into two different categories. To begin with, you've got data allowing you to filter out your results, to filter out your leads in an effective manner. And secondly, you've got data which can help you to contact your leads. So this could be phone numbers, emails, contact pages, this kind of stuff. And people tend to underestimate the first category and to overestimate the second one. On Google Maps, you can collect the category, the description, if available, the address, the phone number, the website, the opening hours, the price range, which is just here, the rating, which is also related to the number of reviews. In some cases, you've got a CTA, here. Finally, in another tab, you have access to the different services offered by the company. And the funny thing is that all the data we have listed can also be found on Facebook. They are just located here. However, there is something more on Facebook. There are some data fields you can find on Facebook, but not on Google Maps. And I'm particularly thinking about the email address. As you can see, this company decides to write its email address. And in addition, you can also directly contact the company through Messenger, which is something that cannot be directly done on Google Maps. Nevertheless, we will find out that there is a kind of technique which can help you to find the email address on Google Maps even through the email address is not directly written on the platform. So, from a data perspective, Facebook has an advantage over Google Maps. We talked about what kind of data you can retrieve, and now we are going to talk about what kind of companies you can target on Google Maps and on Facebook. As the previous example, we picked up a restaurant, and it was not a random choice. It was because you are likely to find a restaurant on Google Maps and on Facebook very easily. But it's not always the case, depending on the industry. Something which has to be understood is that companies can interact with their customers on Facebook, which is not the case on Google Maps. So companies can try to attract customers by publishing posts, blog articles, surveys, whatever you want. But on Google Maps, you cannot do that. What consumers can do, however, is to look for information from a specific company. As a result, you are likely to find on Facebook companies targeting consumers. So it makes more sense in a B2C approach. We can list here restaurants, hotels, cafes, hairdressers, makeup shops, and that's pretty much it. So it's something really specific. But on Google Maps, it's way broader. There are around 2 million businesses listed on Google Maps all over the world in around 200 countries. And what about the categories? Well, on Google Maps you are more likely to find small and medium-sized companies, but in overall you can find around 4,000 different categories on Google Maps. I cannot list them all here, so if you want to have access to the full list, we'll let you a link in the description. One cannot deny that Google Maps is a more comprehensive database. And the reason is simple. It's because companies have more interest in being listed on Google Maps rather than on Facebook. The only competitive advantage of a Facebook business page is the audience, the number of followers. But this audience, this community, is nothing but a mere illusion. The audience doesn't belong to the company. It belongs to Facebook itself. When you publish a post, the content will be seen by 15% of your audience. If you want to target the remaining 85% or more, you have to pay for it. You can either boost the post or use Facebook ads. From both the customers and the company's point of view, Google Maps remains the better option. However, whether you want to gather your leads on Google Maps or on Facebook, an issue will ultimately arise. It raises the question of what would you do if you want to automatically collect your leads at a large scale? What would you do if you want to get your CSV or Excel file ready for your campaign? And to solve this problem, we have created Scrub.io. Thanks to Scrub.io, you can get Google Maps leads. But you are going to tell me that it's not exactly what we have been talking about, because I suggested that you can also get Facebook business pages. But if we take a closer look, indeed, we can get Facebook pages when the company shows us this piece of data. If you want to use Scrub.io, you first need to create your account. So you can click on login and then on sign up now. You know you have succeeded when you have access to your dashboard tab. As you can notice, you will be able to target your leads depending on an activity, depending on a country, depending on a level 1 division, which is the county in the case of the United States, but it obviously depends on which country you picked up. The level 2 division, which represents the county, the level 1 division is the state, and the city. If I type restaurant one more time, you can see that I don't have to select restaurant. I can be much more specific. I can target a Thai restaurant, a soup restaurant, an Asian restaurant, pizza restaurant. You get the idea. I select my country, so you can choose between tens of different countries. And if I click on search, I will get all the restaurants within the United States. But I can filter my data even more if I want to. If I click on filter, I have access to two kinds of filters, essential filters and advanced ones. But the thing I'm mostly interested in right now is to target leads with a Facebook web page. If I click on filter, I will get fewer results, but much more targeted ones. And it sounds correct to me. If I'm okay with my data, I can export it. I give a name to my export and I click on export. The export is taking a bit of time right now, so I'm going to take another example in order to show you what kind of data you can expect. I can download a CSV or Excel file. And what could agree that you have access to a pretty comprehensive dataset. We have around 70 columns. We start with the company name, whether the company is closed or not, the different category, so the main category and the secondary categories. whether there is a website, the phone number, the full address, which is divided into different subtypes, including the latitude and the longitude, the Google Maps link, so the link to the detailed page, the email address, when there is one, or when there is multiple email addresses, in which case you have access to all of them, the Facebook link, followed by the YouTube link, the Twitter link, Instagram links, LinkedIn links, the price range, the review count, the review rating, the number of pictures with the URLs of some pictures, the opening hours, the characteristics, which is related to the About tab, and starting from the website title column, you have access to SEO fields, meaning that if the company has a website, you have some information, you have some data linked with the website. I have access to the website title, the meta keywords, the meta description, the meta image, whether there are more emails, whether there is a contact page or not, or other social media links. Finally, the last two columns are the website technologies and the ad pixels. This is the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you want to use Scrap.io, the link is still in the description. And if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments, or you can directly contact our customer support. See you next time.